Okay, that's how you have to do it. Good morning. It is 10 a.m. Dave Goldman, a rare Saturday morning boogie with the bull. Call it a rare Saturday morning because they don't always come up. Because usually my wife Donna and I are watching TV during a Saturday morning, and I can't turn the bedroom into the bedroom studio. But today, Donna is off at a craft show. More information on that later. You'll see it on my page. You'll see it in some of my groups. And if you're interested, please get involved. I mean, they make beautiful things. The only thing I can grab is something close to my desk, and it is Cupcake the Eagle. And you have seen Cupcake the Eagle on a million times. Cupcake the Eagle is $8, and his friend, who we haven't named yet, could be, but his friend is $8. Also $16 for the pair. That does not include shipping and handling. If you want it shipped to you, we have to add shipping and handling to you. Anyway, I'm Dave Goldman, and we're here on a rare Saturday morning boogie with Bull. Give me a moment. I want to see if, okay, it did come up. Whoops. Give me a moment to get things kind of going. It did come up like it was supposed to on Facebook. On my profile, if you slide down the page, you'll see that we are live, and we're live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. The reason for today's broadcast and the way it is that I was watching another one yesterday and just taking notes on other people and how they feel. And we're not going to name names and we're not going to name broadcasts. And I heard something that I have dementia and I have Parkinson's, and because that's the way I am, people give me chances. I'm 63 years old. I don't want any more chances. If I do something wrong because I have dementia and I have Parkinson's, I want you to tell me that I did something wrong, and I'll stop. And if I don't, I'll either hit the button and parachute myself away, or you can hit the button and parachute me away. This all comes up because I really wanted to go back to doing a broadcast. And that person had said to me, "No more drama, Dave." And I thought, you know what? I thought I could do that. Then somebody messaged me something, and I ran and messaged it to somebody else. And before I knew it, you know what? Drama was going, and I felt bad about it. And I blocked somebody for a while, and then I told them why. And, more drama. I'm 63 years old. I've been doing this thing called social media going back to when it was dial up. So it's been 42, 43 years, and I hope to do it another 42, 43 years at the least. And so, like I said, if I say something wrong, yell at me, do whatever you got to do, or just push a button and light up my parachute. Or if I push a button and light up my parachute, I'll be back on the next time. I promise. I just need to cool off and go. Lewy body dementia will eventually take over my brain, and I could become a bumbling, I don't know, or a guy that sits in front of a Chromebook right now with no power supply, thinking that I'm still doing my broadcast. I don't want that. I'm going to do it for as long as I'm able to do it, because that's why I signed up to do it. I did it partly to prove to myself that I could still do it. I did it partly to prove to other people that you can flip up your Chromebook and flip on your little monitor, and you'll be able to watch And that's how it goes. It's really that simple. You don't have to have a big fancy stage. You don't have to have overlays and whatever else to do it. You can just do like I do. Flip up your screen. There's your camera and your mic. Look over. There's your side monitor so you can watch, because Facebook doesn't have, or excuse me, Facebook doesn't give Restream its API so that I could use it on my profile. And that means the fix to that is that we may have to go to the Boogie with the Bull Uncensored group and broadcast out of there. And if that's the only way we can do it and get it all on one screen, then that may be the way we have to do it. I can't afford to be on X right now because I think it costs $11 a month or $84 a year. As I've said before, I wish there would be one person that would pay that $84, or persons that would split it up and pay that $84. And I'd be very happy to add it to destination number 3. Right now, destinations 1 and 2 are Facebook on my profile and Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. We did it originally so the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel would take it all, record it all. Didn't matter what it was, but it would record it all. Then, if we needed to share it to another social media network, we would be able to do that. And it wouldn't have been shared from Facebook. Why? Because I decided I didn't want to pay Facebook for doing that. I was okay paying YouTube because YouTube is Google, and Google is the operating system on my phone, Android 13, Chrome 139, and I've been very happy with Google. I understand a lot of people aren't. They lost a lawsuit, $425 million, that says even after you have turned it off, they have been listening to you. Well, you know what? They're probably bored out of their mind if they were listening to me, because I tell you what you need to hear, or what I think you need to hear, and Google doesn't want you to hear that. Take a swig of your cup. Calm down a little bit. But that's me. So if you see a broadcast and you don't like what you see, give it a thumbs down and then message me on Dave Gloven on Facebook Messenger. And make sure it's me so that you're talking to me, because there's more than one. And I don't know, there may be more than one from me. I will make sure that they're gone in the next day or so. But there are other Dave Goldmans, there are other David Goldmans, and I don't want to bother them. But my point was, tell me that you saw something you didn't like, what it was, and what you think we could do to make it better, because that's what I want to do. I don't want anybody saying we don't have him on because he closes his eyes and tries to get a word out. And that's okay, but other things he does isn't okay. I apologize to everybody who I have ever interrupted, because I needed to get something out of my brain, out of my mouth, and to someone else before I think or thought I would forget it, which is a very true possibility. Want to laugh really hard? I ask my wife all the time, Donna, where are my glasses? Because they'll be on my head and not in front of my eyes, and I can't find them. My favorite story on that is Donna was visiting me in Waltham when I lived in Massachusetts one weekend, and a call came in last minute for a job, and I had to get dressed and ready to go. My keys were in my pocket. My glasses were on my face in front of my eyes, and I'm running around going, where are my keys and my wallet? There were my keys and my glasses. I had my wallet. Where are my keys and my glasses? And I had to be told, slow down. Your glasses are in front of your face, and your keys are probably in your pocket. And the keys really didn't make much of a deterrent from me leaving because the car had keyless entry and there was a key in the glove box that would have allowed me to start the car and go do the job. So my point here is relax, slow down, pay attention to what you're doing, and just do it. And you may not please everybody when you do it, and everybody may not be pleased when they see it. So if you have me on your broadcast or you see me on another broadcast, tell me to slow down if that's what it is, or tell me to do something different because you don't like it. Okay? I'm 63 years old. I've had this for about 4 years, so it was like 58 when it started showing up. But it's been a life of this for 63 years. So I don't know if I was getting ready for it or it just showed up. If it just showed up, God said to me when I was born, David, I'm giving you a tool bag. Everything you need is in that tool bag. Don't worry about looking at it now. Don't try to figure out what it is. Just go. Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's may have been part of that. The Parkinson's might be so that I would learn that you don't have to run around all the time, even if you got to go to the bathroom. Get up, walk across the bedroom to the door, walk across the hall into the bathroom, and go to the bathroom, if that's what it is. You know, we go shopping, Donna and I. The first thing I usually get asked or I grab is a shopping cart so that I can lean on it if it is needed for me to lean on. If not, I'll say to Donna, no, I think I'm actually okay and I can walk. I did that the other day just because I felt like I wanted to walk. Didn't want a walker, didn't want a cart. I just wanted to walk at that moment. Go back. I might need a cart. I might need a walker or something. I don't know. I have a prescription for a rollator. I just haven't done anything with it because I was on the phone with Optum RX the other day and they drove me absolutely crazy. The person that I was talking to had never heard of a rollator. And if this has happened to you, I can only apologize for somebody else's actions. I can't fix the situation, but I wish I could. I mean, you should be able to say rollator, the handlebar needs to be height adjustable, like most of them are, and maybe a seat or that little piece of plastic that you can sit on if standing and walking becomes too much of a problem. That hasn't happened to me. Fantastic invention. I mean, I used one at the Clay County Fair last year because one of our relatives who comes to Florida needs one and has it here for them when they come. Fantastic piece of equipment. I actually walked with Donna around the whole fair for the first time in years, and we got to see everything because I felt okay to do it. Yeah, I'm rambling all over the place today, and I don't have other people to join me this morning, and I kind of left it that way because I was going to ramble. And I'm using Donna's Chromebook this morning, and I got to remember how to bring up Messenger there. Let me see. So give me a minute to look at Messenger and see if anybody's looking to come on. Nope. Okay. Nope. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you might want to hear about. Robert Mueller, the former FBI director, special counsel, among other things that he did, has Parkinson's. Has had Parkinson's since 2001 when he got the diagnosis. He is now living in a memory care facility. That means they help him a lot. And will not be able to testify before the House Oversight Committee. James Comer, the chairman of the committee, has excused him because of the Parkinson's. I'm very happy if that's what they did. But I'm also upset that we have gotten to that point. Jerry Nadler, 34 years in the House of Representatives. I had to pause for a moment there. Had a Biden moment. 34 years in the House of Representatives. Democrat from New York has decided to give that up and not seek re-election because of health issues. And I didn't really pay much attention to them. And generational issues. He's 78 years old, which means he's a lot older than others in the House. AOC, others. That's all I'm going to say. And has decided that maybe it's time to turn it over to the younger people because one day they will be in charge of us and the United States of America. Novel idea, really. He's finally agreed that 34 years is the proper term limit for a Democrat in the House of Representatives. I don't agree that 34 years is the right amount of time. I've said anywhere from 6 to 12. I've said that maybe a total of 12 between the House and the Senate, and they have to decide how they're going to serve it. Either 6 2-year terms in the House, 2 2-year terms in the Senate, or any combination thereof, but they can't exceed 12. And then they can go on and be the vice president for 8 years, which makes it 20 years so far. And then they can go on and be the president for 2 terms. I think I said 8 years and then said whatever. But I meant that they could start in the House for 12 years or in the Senate for 12 years or a combination, then go on and be vice president for 8 years, 2 terms, and then go on and be president for 2 terms. So you have 12 years, 8 years. 8 years is 28 years. That's too long. We can finalize that later. But my point is what you're seeing, that 34 years is too long. Look at Maxine Waters. It's so many years that she's angry about everything, angry about anything a Republican does, angry about who the president is. She's threatened the president at times, and she's still there. Chuck Schumer threatened people, and he's still there. You know, why can't we all break bread at a table and just get it all out and fix it? If prices are too high for gas, we need to fix it. If prices are too high for food, we need to fix it. All of this dialogue about you may not be able to use your SNAP or EBT card to buy soda and candy and all this other stuff that you may want. Okay, all you got to do is tell us we can't do it. If we want it, we have to figure out another way to get it. I did. Okay? Can't use my EBT card at some point, or I won't be allowed to use my EBT card at some point to buy candy and sugary drinks. Okay. I'm 63 years old. I'm a smart guy. I figured out how to do it if I want to do it. Or I'll go out and get a job and make extra money, and that's what I'll do. And it might be a simple job like Jeff Dunham's Walter, being a greeter at Walmart. Although I won't say, welcome to Walmart, get your stuff and get the fuck out. I won't say that because that's just not me. I will say welcome to Walmart. What are you looking for? And hope that I'm able to direct them to where the item they want is. Self-checkouts, human checkouts. Think whatever you want, post whatever you want. I don't want to see it. Why? Because it makes me think about, if you don't like self-checkouts and you like human cashiers, then use human cashiers. If you have to stand in line waiting for a human cashier, you have to stand in line and wait for a human cashier. It's 10:22 on Boogie with the Bull. We're live on the Dave Globin profile, the rare Saturday morning, and we are live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. I will take it from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel and share it around the internet as soon as it ends. I will take it from the Dave Globin profile and share it around Facebook as soon as it ends. I will share it to my groups, and then if you want it someplace else, you can take it and share it someplace else on Facebook. That's simple. I didn't do any sharing today. Actually, we'll do the Xander Gibb Memorial Rehearsal because my buddy Xander Gibb used to start his show, and then he would take it and share it on Facebook to every place he wanted. Then he would share it all over YouTube to places that he wanted, and then he would start doing his show. So I'll do the opposite. I will make sure it's on. It is on. I will go back. Oops, no, I won't go back. I will go to it. I will press the share button. I will pick groups. Boogie with the Bull Uncensored. You've got it. Mega News Nation. You've got it. Donald Trump. You've got it. Conservative Freedom Defenders. You've got it. Red Patriots for America. You've got it. We Need Patriots. You've got it. The Red MAGA Nation. You've got it. American Regulators. You've got it. And Stand with Trump. You've got it. And I think I get one more. Yep. So I sent it to my good friend, Ephraim Fischbacher, in the Conservative Patriots Fans of Ephraim Fischbacher group. Effie's a good guy. 96 years old and going strong. Still doing what he loves to do and talking to just about anybody that will listen. And I mean listen. I don't mean just go in there and raise Cain at him because you don't like what he says. Same thing I said earlier about me. Go in there and listen to the man. 96 years old. He knows what he's talking about. The loudest clarinet player. Excellent person if you have a clarinet that needs to be repaired. Talk to him or go to him, either way, and get it fixed. If you like big band jazz, the 30s, 40s, 50s, I think it kind of ended in the 50s. Listen to his music. If you don't. But the reason I tell you to go listen to his music is because if you listen to big band jazz, and then you go forward in the 50s, the Elvis, the 60s, I can't think of, the 70s, I can't think of, the 80s, I can't think of, Metallica, all the others, you might find riffs or whole pieces that came from the 30s and 40s, even earlier than that, because we've had music all our lives. And you might like it. You might like the history. There are people I can send you to if you really want some history that would love to share it to you. There's so much that can be done with social media. But people don't do it these days because we're all afraid we're going to get in trouble. Copyright infringement, this infringement, that infringement. Can't even say it. I'm so ticked off about it. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything wrong. We are not doing anything wrong. I can sit here all day and say we are not doing anything wrong. We're not putting money in our pockets off of it. We're showing you music that you might like. I stopped doing it on the Boogie with the Bull page because I had permission from the actual artists and musicians, but I didn't have permission from the record companies or the distributors or the this or the that. 1,500 groups I was in, sharing you music that I thought you might like. Stopped it because I just didn't want to hear infringements. Because on Facebook, it's infringements, but they make a stack of 500 of them at one time, and then they send them to the appropriate copyright holder or manager or whatever you want to call them. And then they have to decide who they're going to go after. Why? Because they can make money. So most of the time, I get kicked out with an agreement that they're going to block me in 14 countries in the world, most of which you've never heard of except Belize. But I don't want that. Because if I do something, I want the entire world to know that I did it. Because they might like it. And then they might take a few minutes and come here the next time I do it. And right now, it's Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern. If we do a rare Saturday morning, it'll be 10 o'clock Eastern, unless we find a better time for it. But that's when we're here. So come and enjoy yourself. If I'm rambling too long, come and change me. We did politics. We talked about Mueller and Nadler. We did everything America. I told you everything America. We did news of the day because that's news of the day. I don't want to talk about Ukraine and Russia every day because maybe the less you talk about it, the two of them will stop because they talk about peace, both of them, Putin and Zelensky. And then they bomb the shit out of each other and expect that they're going to have peace. But they don't give the other one a chance to bomb the hell out of the other one. Get them at a table. Let them break bread. Let them talk it out. And if they can, they can. And if they can't, they can't. Get Eastern Europe on board to help both of them And maybe one day they will. Maybe one day they will. One less thing you'll hear about every day. And I had to hear the other day arguments on a video of Joe Biden trying to get approval for when he pulled us out of Afghanistan. And I just think that was based on being better than President Trump and pulling us out earlier. But we weren't ready. We left Afghanis that helped us, that we promised to take with us when we left. We might have left Americans too. The Taliban had agreed they were going to let us get out of there. They were going to let us leave with people that didn't want to be there anymore either. Something happened, and it became a war. 20 years of just a war. Break bread. Figure out what is wrong. Figure out what you can fix and what you can't. And then just leave it alone and go on. So much happening these days that you hear two countries are one team this week, another two countries are that team this week, and then next week you hear it's different. Saudi Arabia and Iran, China and Russia. What's his name? Kim Jong-un sitting there going, what about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? Stay out of it. Leave them alone. Protect the people of North Korea. Protect the people of South Korea. And work out your problems. And be able to go free between both North Korea and South Korea. Work together. Make it a better Korea. I don't care if part of it is North Korea and part of it is South Korea. Tangent once again. My t-shirt this morning says freedom. You have a right, a God-given right to be free on everything. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. I did this morning because if they're watching or if they see it, I just don't want to be involved in drama anymore. I just want to be with who I want to be. I'm 63 years old, and the same point in my life is still true today as it was 63 years ago. I want everybody to like me. And I guess that's not going to happen in some situations. So I'm here doing a rare Boogie with the Bowl on a Saturday morning, telling you whenever you watch this, because I don't care if you can watch it live, that's great. And take part, that's great. If you can't, watch it when you can and put a red dot comment in there. It will let me know. I will read it, and I promise I will get back to you in the next one. If not, only I will send you a message on Facebook to let you know that I read it. And I agree or disagree because I, again, have freedom to be me. And not everybody likes that. I joined a group, Grandmother's Sarcasm group. And it said something about black sheep and balls and truth. And I imagine that I'm not going to get approved to be in the group because I said I have, at 63, balls that always tell the truth. And that's probably going to get me kicked out of that group. Well, if it does, it does. I don't really care. Life is too short to worry about the groups on Facebook that you don't get into, or the groups on Messenger that you don't want to be in, or the groups on Telegram that you can't be in, or this one or that one. I don't care. What I really want to know, or really, if anybody wants to help me, is I want to be able to post on Instagram. Meaning, take a Boogie with the Bull and carry it live on Instagram. While it's live on Facebook and it's live on YouTube and via the YouTube link, live everywhere else I can put it. Why? Because I want to be live everywhere at the same time. You'll watch me if you want to. You'll be a part of it if you want to. You won't watch me if you want to. You won't be a part of it if you want to. That's all on you. It isn't my dementia. It isn't my Parkinson's that keeps people away. I'm me. I'm always going to be me. And sometimes a gentle nudge here and a gentle nudge there. And I know, yeah, you've done it before. And I got mad and let up my parachute and waited and came back the next time, and we didn't talk about it until the next time we talked about it, or the next time I did something wrong. I'm doing my best, but I can't be perfect, because that's what the disease is. Lewy body dementia is little bodies, Lewy bodies that ultimately cloud your brain and block everything. And you can believe all the cures, natural cures that you hear about on the internet against the pharmaceutical industry, who doesn't seem to do anything but just give you a pill for this and a pill for that and a pill for this and a pill for that. And I take so many pills that I said to Donna the other day, everything I take is to treat something. But everything I take is to treat something that everything else causes. If that's the case, the pharmaceutical industry needs to pull their heads out of their asses and give one thing that fixes it, or as much of it as they can. One thing that fixes everything else. Tells you a detox that you can take that works, that cleans it all out of you. And it's going to be ugly when it cleans it out of me, but cleans it all out of you, and you start to feel great. Why? Because you can feel great every day. But the problem is, I was watching something the other day, which I actually believed, but it ended with one of these: you're not going to pay this, 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 you're only going to pay this. And if you pay this today, you get one of the 79 bottles we have. But oh wait, there's only 67 down. I didn't care about you get these 2 free books. You get these 2 free something. You get this free something. You get entered to win a trip to go to this place with you and all your family. I'd like to go on a trip that my family didn't have to worry about my Lewy body dementia, and have to worry about my Parkinson's. Honestly, I wouldn't like to worry about it anymore. I want to get out of bed every morning that there's a Boogie with the Bull, and not worry about what I'm going to say or who I'm going to talk about or this and that, and just do it. And then throw in some information that you might need, like I did about Robert Mueller, like I did about Robert Naylor, Jerry Nadler. See, there's an example of LBD at work. The more I do this, the more I'll get comfortable again, feel good about doing it again, be okay with the technology that I have to use to do it again. I spent 5 hours, I think, on a chat line with Restream yesterday. 5 hours. They finally answered questions that I need answered. Number one, do not copy the link out of your browser and send it the way I was sending it, because it's not stable. Use the built-in invite system, which means you have to get a text number or an email address and send it that way. And knowing me, I'll do both, just to be sure I have a person here. Because if it's important to me, it's important to you. Maybe, maybe not. Not everybody wants to hear everybody. But, like I said, so much going on in the world each day. We can tell you about that. So much news of the day going on. We can tell you about that. We can tell you about everything America. We'll always toss in a generous dose of whatever comes out of my mouth, because that's what I want to tell you. Sometimes it'll make you laugh. Laugh so hard you'll cry. Sometimes it'll just make you cry. That's my job. Now, I don't get paid for it. I don't want to get paid for it. Can't do a lot of what I want to do because I don't get paid for it. And the money's not there, so I have to ask you for it. My favorite, one of my favorites, Boogie with a Bull, uncensored ceramic coffee mug. The red, white in the middle, blue on the end. Bull was designed by Randall Griesenbeck. One of the best things he ever did. The words were designed by Jen Woodruff. And if you like it, I think it's a 20-ounce cup, because that's what I wanted. If you want it, I have one in a box. It's $15 plus $5 to ship it to you, provided it doesn't cost more than $5 to ship it to you. That's $20. I got one sitting in a styrofoam shipping container, didn't open, because one day I figured somebody might want it, and if they don't, one day I'll use it as bookends. Speaking about books, I don't have Bill Muckler's books to show you like I should, because I put them in a box when we moved, and I don't know which box they're in. So I've just kind of left them there. 2020, A Clear Vision for America. 2020, A Clear Vision for Our Future. And the long-awaited novel, 6 Soft Targets. His blueprint of 9/11. The hardbound 2020 books, to me, are as true now as they were when he wrote them, 2015, 2018. The novel is spot on. Did change the names of some people in there, but you'll be able to figure out who is who. And you'll enjoy reading it. I think if you really wanted to, you could read it in one day, in one sitting. It's I don't know how many chapters, but it's about that thick. It's not very thick. You could do it. And if you have questions as you're reading, you might be able to go to the Bill Muckler profile on Facebook and leave your question, and I'm sure he will answer it. Or you can go to 2020americabook.com and ask him. But if you go to 2020americabook.com, buy the book. 90 years old, just turned 90. Knows a lot. That's why he wrote the books. There was going to be another book. The last times we were doing broadcasts with Bill, he mentioned Aftermath. And the way Aftermath came along is Bill found a folder of notes and things that were supposed to be in Six Off Targets but didn't make it. So he decided that there would be a second novel called Aftermath. I don't know if you will see that. You have to talk to Bill. Because the more people that have read Six Off Targets and ask him for Aftermath, if he can do it, it'll happen. You have to ask him. 90 years old, still spot on. I can get a chat from Bill, and I can say things to Bill, and I can see his classic black heart all over my screen, that he loved it, or that he didn't love it. So then I can change it, my thoughts, and send them back to him. But just a very smart man who, like I said, this year turned 90, and I hope he does it. I hope he does it. I hope he does it. Ask him every once in a while to join us on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast when he can, and maybe one of these days he will. But go to the Bill Muckler profile and read all the posts about the 2020 books and Aftermath, and Six Off Targets. Go to 2020americabook.com, 2020americabook.com, and write. But don't waste his time with stupid questions, please. Go there, having researched it as best as you can, maybe, and talk to him and ask why. Talk to your friends who have bought the books and go from there. The 2 hardbound 2020 books, that sets $25. He self-publishes them himself as people need them. I don't know for sure if it is available online anywhere for like your Kindle or a Kindle app on your tablet or on your phone if you really want to read from something that small. But Bill will tell you. 10:49 in Rare Saturday Morning Boogie with the Bull. We're going to wrap it up in about 11 minutes because I said it wouldn't go over 20. It wouldn't go over 30 minutes, an hour maximum, and it has. And I've just kind of rambled on and on, which people have said I do, and I do. Because there's so much up here that I want to pass to you. And the more I do this, which I love doing, the better I'll get at that, or I'll make notes for a broadcast, and the shorter they will be. If it's just me, I really want it to be 30 minutes because 30 minutes is long enough to get this to this, to you, and then we can go. Because you have things to do in your day. I have things to do in my day. And that's just how it is. Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. So come here when you can. Like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday, Thursday, maybe 7 p.m. I don't know for sure about the Tuesday, Thursday. There's a lot of people that want to be on at that time, and they are, and they're all on at the same time, and I can't watch them all, so I don't want to be one of them all anymore. There's not a lot of people on at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are Eastern times, so adjust yourself accordingly, like I said, and we'll build an audience of people at 10 a.m. if we can. I'm working on Instagram, so if you know how to put Facebook, Threads, and Instagram together, because you can do it, so that it feeds from Facebook to Instagram, I guess, and highlights it on Threads. Please tell me how. I call it the meta monopoly because it's all three: Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. And if that's what people want, that's what people will get. Like I said earlier, X is $84 a year. If you want me to do it, I need some help. Bunch of people kicking in and making the $84 for 1 year, so I don't have to worry about it every month. And I can just do it along with Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, Threads, and X, and Y and Z, and this one. And we're all together just having a good time every time we do it. I just want to do it. I'm on a Chromebook, thanks to my wife, that runs 4G, and just doing the best that I can do with it. It's a little grainy and fuzzy this morning. Never been able to figure out that problem. I apologize for it. I'm watching on Facebook as I do it in the studio, so I think it's on my end because it looks crystal clear on Facebook. So if it's just me seeing it, then I can deal with it. If it's not just me, let me know. But it looks a little grainy on my end, and it looks bright white. I can play with adjusting a light all I can to make it less grainy on my face. I can turn it off too. But now I can't, I know where the keyboard is and I know where the keys are, but I can't type on it if I need to type on it. So you can't win for losing, I guess. But anyway, it's 10:54. I want to thank you for watching. If you were somewhere and you were able to watch on Facebook or on YouTube, let me see. I can slow down for a second and go back to here, and see. Facebook says 11 shares, 29 views. I think I sent out all 11, but if you watch it and you like it, give it a thumbs up and share it. If you watch it and you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down and share it. And then give me a message to let me know what you didn't like about it, why you gave it a thumbs down, why you told everybody not to watch it, and then let me know. Because I just want to get better. I just want to get better at doing it. I really do. I really do. Just want to get better at doing it. The next computer I buy might have a backlit keyboard. That way I could have it if I need it, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to buy another computer for a long time because I spilled coffee all over my Windows 11 Pro laptop, something I had thought about and worked on buying for a long time. I just don't want to do it again because now I have a block sitting in my closet because I don't know what to do with it. And I keep hoping that maybe someday someone will say, hey, I can fix it. I can actually fix it. It may be a little bit at a time because you're on a tight budget, but I will do what I can as I can. That way you can pay for it as I do it, and you'll have it back. If not, hey, it's another $250 from Walmart online because I was happy with it. And I would probably buy another one. But this time I'll make sure that there's no coffee anywhere near it. Donna gets a little freaky sometimes when she sees me grab my cup and take a swig because it could happen again. And I hope it does not. But am I using my Chromebook 3, which is 2 gigabyte RAM of Android 9 and locked on Chrome 103. Makes me think of my dad, who had an old Smith Corona typewriter. And regardless of who you were, when Dad had a letter that he wanted to write to you, he'd use that typewriter. So I get up every morning and I use the Chromebook 3. And then I go to some AIs that I am happy with. I don't care if you're not. And I ask any question that I have about the Chromebook 3. And I make adjustments, and I hope I get another day out of it. That's just me. Sometimes the old stuff is the best. Sometimes it's not. Yes, I've heard about Bill Gates and patent number. It has 666 in it. It's supposedly wearable, transplanted in your skin technology. You won't need a cell phone. I don't know if it's true or if it's science fiction or if it's both. I don't want to transplant it in my skin, but I think I'd wear it. I don't know if I want it in my glasses because my Coats disease, a tumor in my right eye that was fried off with it wasn't fried off, but it was fried with a laser, is now macular edema, and I have to get an eye injection every 2 months to dry up the inside. Just, I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. I apologize. But 10:59, so I will say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and maybe Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, because someone mentioned to me that they liked watching me, and they liked watching me at 7 p.m. Eastern because they work and their work schedule doesn't allow them to watch 10 a.m. Eastern. So that made me kind of wonder, well, maybe I should do 7 p.m. because someone wants to see me, and then maybe someone else will come and see me, and maybe someone else will come and see me for a little bit because there's a lot of stuff at 7 p.m. you need to watch. But if you like me, maybe you'll watch me. I don't know. You'll become part of the program, maybe. I don't know. It's all up to you. I'm still doing what I still do, still doing it how I do it, trying to be better each day, taking naps when I need them, but that's what happens. Listening to a lot, like I said, I believe the products would help. I want to wait and talk to a neurologist and get her opinion and see. I run things by my sister who does a lot in holistic health. Talk to other people who do things that can help. Jim Price and sillinome.com, PSILLY.com. Mushrooms, which have been said to help people and have positive proof to do it. But talk to Jim. You can even tell him that I sent you, but ask him about it. You can also watch Jim Monday through Friday, live from Kansas City. It shows up on my computer at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Goes till about 6 p.m. Eastern Time, but actually runs in Kansas City, I guess, somewhere in Kansas, at 4 p.m. and ends at 5 p.m. But like I said, it starts where I am at 5 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m. Go watch them. You don't even have to tell me that I sent you, but go watch it. You'll learn a lot. You'll find yourself asking or commenting a lot. Sometimes too much. Sometimes I think that he will tell me, slow down, give somebody else a turn. I actually said that to him on one broadcast, that I had to slow down and give someone else a chance to answer a question of his or make a comment. I'm not a guest on the program. I just enjoy watching. So Jim Price, Monday through Friday. I see him at 5 p.m. Eastern, so adjust your time accordingly. I don't know what's going on with Michael Anthony, but go to his page and you'll see all kinds of fascinating stuff. And if you haven't watched all of his broadcasts, then watch all of his broadcasts because you'll learn a lot. Science, a lot about science, a lot about Bigfoot, a lot about UFOs, a lot about climate control and chemtrails, because that's what he's following right now. I don't know what you'll see in broadcasts, but you will find a lot of posts on his Michael Anthony profile page. So please go and read them. And maybe you'll get directed to broadcasts that he has done or is going to do, and you'll learn even more. Randy Rhodes does all kinds of broadcasts through All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy. You usually have to be a member of the group in order to be able to watch them. They're not all genealogy, but that's where they originate from. So watch them. He did a broadcast with, I can't remember the name. I'm so bad on names. I have to start writing them down. But a gentleman from the South that you want to go watch the broadcast. You want to go watch that one. Trying to think off the top of my head of other things he's done lately. He also, but like I said, the name of the group is All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy. He's a great guy when it comes to genealogy. Really. So you can ask him just about anything, and he'll find the answer. Lives, breathes, eats, drinks, goes to the bathroom, as I've joked around, thinking your genealogy. Finding what he can find for you. Wants to do it. Wants to let you know what you need to know. And he will. His rates, the initial rate you have to talk to him about. It used to be $250 a month until you told him you didn't want to pay. So I don't know what it is right now. You have to talk to him. The American Rebellion with Jerry Michaels. Sometimes Nikki Young. Right now, Robert Lawless pops in a lot. And Chuck Cook pops in a lot. And Jen Woodruff pops in a lot. I had asked about being able to pop in back, but right now I have to work on me a little bit more. But you know what? It's a bunch of people literally sitting on the back porch and just having a good time, talking about whatever comes to mind and what has to come to their minds. 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Tuesday, Thursday, and you need to watch it. Jerry knows a lot, okay? And I'm not trying to butter him up, hoping that I'll be allowed to come back. Jerry knows a lot. Fantastic music knowledge. Fantastic military knowledge. Fantastic how fast it comes up in his mind when someone asks a question, whether they're watching or they're on the panel with him. So if you watch and you got a question, he's going to answer it. You're going to learn things that he wants to do. So go watch it, and you'll learn. Matter of fact, it's on tonight at 7 o'clock. It's up to you if you tell him that I sent you there. But the comment, I have to work on me a bit. Yeah, I got to work on me a bit. I got to remember that at one time we were all friends and we all got along. Everybody was there and everybody helped. And we just did what we had to do. We had fun doing it. That's why Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern came around. Because I was having so much fun on the American Rebellion. I wanted to do it on Tuesday and Thursday. On the night off. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I wanted to be able to take it and send it to my YouTube channel. And then be able to take it and send it to other social media. Somewhere. I stepped off. Or I just started, I said to someone the other day, if you spend your time with people who want to keep you in a drama world, you'll always be in a drama world. If you make it clear that you don't want to be in a drama world, then you won't be. I'm 63 years old, and a lot of times I have felt like I was 9 years old, acting like a 9-year-old kid. I don't want to do that anymore. Also said, I want people to like me for being me. 11:10, I'm still going, so we've gone over an hour. So use your fast forward button and catch it. But, I just want to go back to the old days when everybody was okay with everybody. And if they weren't or aren't, just walk away and do what you got to do. But I told you something to watch because those were the only ones that I could remember right now off the top of my head. There is another one that gets sent to me every night in a message when they're on, and I don't actually know when they are on. So let me look at it really fast and try to read it to you. There it is. FFR, a voice of reason in a world gone wild. I can't tell you off the top of my head when it is on, but I promised someone that I would post it in the Boogie with the Bull uncensored group, and damn it, I told him I will, as soon as I'm done this morning, I will look at it, and if there's a link for me to post it, I swear I will post it. And then I will take it from there and put it in some of my other groups. I'll put it in some of the groups that I admin in and try to pass it around. And then I'll try to pass it to some other social media networks. Why? Because my head is so screwed up from 16 and a half years of Facebook and not being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it because it's the right thing to do, that sometimes you have to look outside of the box. And that's StreetLock, StreetLoc.com. StreetLoc.com. StreetLock.com. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the comments so you can see it. StreetLo. StreetLock.com. StreetLock.com. Go look at them. They don't rule like Facebook does. Got something you want to say? You can say it. It doesn't mean you can go over there and say everything, but, go over there and say it. You got a broadcast that says something different, something that Facebook doesn't want you to show, go over there and put it in the StreetLock news feed and see what your possibilities are. I can name a bunch of others because a bunch of others came to mind right now, but I don't really want to do that. I'm going over an hour, and I said I wouldn't do that. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m., I am here, Eastern, sometimes on Saturday. And may try a few Tuesday, Thursdays and see what happens, but I don't know. Everybody has to like everybody, or at least get along with everybody while they're on a broadcast. If you don't, you don't. If you do, then you do. Freedom. Freedom to be you. Freedom to work on you if others don't like the way you are. Doesn't mean you have to change for them. It just means that maybe you have to be slightly different. I don't know. one thing before I let you go. No, that's the one I can read in a few minutes. Anyway, I am here, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. in the morning. Grab a cup of coffee or a pot of coffee or a cup of your favorite caffeine in your favorite caffeine vessel. And we do politics, news of the day, everything America, and a generous dose of whatever comes out of our mouths. If there are people with me. Tuesday, Thursday, I will try, but I'm not going to do it by myself. If people want to be with me, I will do it with other people. I don't want to be by myself at that time. Oh, we're up to 39 views. Very good. I'm glad. It's always more fun to come into the live chat where I am. And I say that because you can talk to me, I can talk to you, and sometimes that works. Sometimes people want to be on the broadcast. So I thank the 39 people for viewing. I hope we get 390 people viewing today. I hope we get 50,000 people viewing, although Facebook will never let us see that. And the only reason I hope that we get 50,000 people watching, and we keep getting 50,000 people watching, and they know and I know, some pennies from heaven might come in. And yes, I'll be able to get rid of my Chromebook and move to some better equipment. That's just my dream. I'm not out here to make a profit like other people maybe. I'm not out to get paid. I'm not out to become famous. But yeah, I have to monetize every once in a while so that I can buy new equipment or get rid of a cup that's packaged up and ready to go, or just give it away. I don't know. I'm not out for your money. It's never ever going to be, oh, if you do this today, oh, you get that free. Oh, you get this. Oh, you get that. Oh, you get this. Oh, you get that. Oh, you get that. But only 79 bottles are available. 79 memberships are available. Today, 84 memberships are available. That, if you pay $1, it will help us get over to X. But I don't know where you're going to send it to yet. I have to figure that out. You're going to send over to X, and that's the only reason that's important. Why? I don't know. Maybe we'll get over there and we won't like X, or X won't like us. So the ones that like us over on X will have to come to Facebook or YouTube. That's, again, why I keep the YouTube. So people that don't want to be on Facebook and watching can be on YouTube and watch. Anyway, I'm Dave Goulden. You're not. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Let's see if we can do something again. This is cool. Can we do it again? No, can't do it again. Which means that I don't know how to do it right. But anyway, thank you for the privilege of your time. The 39 that viewed. And we'll be back on Monday morning. We will be back. Thank you for watching. I do have to figure out how to end this. Oh, there it is. It's down here. Oh, and restream. I apologize for my actions yesterday. I did yell and scream. I guess they are working on the user interface so that it adjusts according to the size of the computer screen that the live producer is using. And in doing that, it's relocated the help button. So if you're in the studio and you need help, you have to go out of the studio to the home page to get help. I can mess around with the Zoom on my screen, but like I said, it's Donna's Chromebook, and I don't want to mess around with all of that to be able to do it. So that's okay. The link's not getting put through. Like I said, I have to start using their link system. The next time someone wants to come on, we'll send it that way and see if it works. It's either a text message or an email address, and we go from there. And that's how we go. That's how we do it. And there wasn't anything else other than me just getting mad at people because I like to get mad. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to just be able to have a good time with people that want to have a good time. And if you're if you're one of those people, you're welcome to come on. And maybe, like I said, we'll go through a bunch of things. We'll laugh. We'll cry. We will laugh so hard, we will cry. We just have fun, because that's what life is about. Sometimes having fun. So anyway, I'm Dave Gould, and this is Boogie with the Bull, a rare Saturday morning Boogie with the Bull. And you'll know when that is on again, but the rest are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. and Eastern, and quite possibly Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m., at least for the time being, because, like I said, I have to work on me. And if people want to come and be a part of that, you're welcome to. And if you don't, then, like I said, there probably won't be a 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday broadcast. Anyway, I'm going to slide down here, like I always say, and hit end of stream. That's going to send me up here. And I'm going to do double B's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull is going to come to an end. And slide